This story, Jedi Survivor, was a little bit different. For me, I'm split 50-50, and maybe you guys can help me decide. It didn't really focus on the Empire. It didn't really continue the story from the previous one in regards to the Empire. It sort of shifted, and it went off into the High Republic. So the High Republic, all you need to know, is 200 years before the time of the prequel trilogy, before Darth Maul. And so in that time, there was this Jedi named Dagan. Dagan was frozen in time for 200 years. Cal Kestis goes and frees him in this Bacta chamber. Dagan now is brought up to speed on where the galaxy is. The Empire has taken over. The Jedi are no more, and he's pretty happy about this. He takes his lightsaber crystal, which is right in front of him, opens his lightsaber, takes the crystal, and basically pours his anger and energy into it and turns it red. So there's the bad guy. You fight him for a bit, and then, he goes on his own way, and that's pretty much what happens there. You fight him a few more times after that. The whole premise is essentially learning about Dagan and his cronies and how he's trying to find this place called Tanalorr, which is this overall secret hidden Jedi temple planet place, which was actually really cool to go to at the end of the game. It's pretty difficult to get to. It's kind of like in the sequel trilogy with the Wayfinder, how you have to use different coordinates and maps in order to get to Exegol, otherwise you can't. This is essentially the similar thing. The whole game is basically trying to get this map, this device that goes to that opens that key up and goes to Tanalorr from Dagan, and Dagan is searching for that piece as well because he's recollecting his steps from 200 years ago. I thought that was really interesting. I thought it was really fun. It was cool. It was like a rat race kind of thing, who's going to get it first. And we get to him, we fight him, and we kill him, and that's it. Like, he's sidelined. That was it. Then, of course, we take the piece, we find the map, the key, we take it to Kobo, this planet, where Cere Junda is there, and Cordova is alive, which is pretty sick. As we saw in the previous game, he was like your guide, so to speak, and we all thought he was dead. And I was really happy to see him. And they're basically having this secret place, and they have a few of the Jedi Temple archives from Coruscant. And they're trying to basically keep the information alive and doing a lot of research. And Cal brings this piece to them. Cordova fixes it, and they're able to get the heck out of there. Now, things start to get a little weird when Cal is telling his buddy Bode about this. And Bode has been kind of working in tandem with you when you fight bosses, and he's been helping you out a little bit. Much like, him and Marin sort of like switch places here and there, and it was great to see Marin back again too. And by the way, the romance, absolutely loved it. I was cheering, man. I really like that. It's nice to see, some romance in Star Wars sometimes from Jedi. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So Bode betrays them and kills Cordova, the old Jedi master, and steals the piece, steals the key. And we find out that he's actually loyal to the Empire, not to be loyal to them, but for his daughter, because they promised to keep him hidden from the Inquisitors, who are, of course, trying to kill all Jedi. Well, Bode is a Jedi in secret. He also survived the Order 66. And so because of this, it creates this huge twist in the game where I didn't see it coming. I was like, what the heck? He's betraying them, and he's a Jedi. Like, this is crazy, man. That's a big twist. That was a cool twist. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Cal, of course, goes to infiltrate the Imperial base and goes to Bode's headquarters and finds his daughter, his little daughter. Cute little girl. And Bode comes in. They try to make amends a little bit, but then Bode, does Bode's thing, betrays Cal, tries to get the Empire on him. Cal turns to the dark side a little bit. We get a bit of a Starkiller moment, which I thought was absolutely epically cool. We end up going to Tanalorr. Bode is there. We fight Bode. I ended up fighting him for like 2 hours. I don't know why it took me so long. It just did. Now, while Bode gets away with the key and Cal is, unconscious for a minute, Cal goes to retrieve the key from Bode, following him on a speeder through the deserts of Kobo. He ends up getting knocked out a little bit on the ride, and we meet up then with Cere Junda, who is face-to-face with Darth Vader, who comes in. I thought this battle was really lame. I did not enjoy it at all. I feel like Vader would have absolutely destroyed her in a few hits. I thought it was rather insulting to Vader to have him walk away the way he did at the end, being totally discombobulated and looked like he just got absolutely annihilated, and he was like limping and just like... Cal wakes up, sees that she's dead, goes to Tanalorr. With everyone, they open the portal. He goes to Tanalorr with Marin and Grease, and he ends up fighting Bode. Bode cannot be trusted. He ends up killing Bode, and then we see them having a funeral pyre for Bode, Cordova, and Cere Junda. It was very Qui-Gon-esque theme, very Vader burning theme, and we know that Cal is, really inside himself at this moment. He does have aspects of the dark side. He does have aspects of his own rage and anger, which he has to learn to curb or, use very effectively if we go like Legends Luke style. And he knows that he has to be a good role model for Bode's little daughter, who now doesn't have any sort of role model whatsoever. And this was what Cere said at the end, that, hey, you need to show her a better path, a good path, as she showed up as like, not really a ghost, but like just sort of in his thoughts. That's how I saw it. And then the game ended. So really this is like the beginning of Cal's journey.